What's going on, everybody? And we are back with another video. Today we're gonna, tear it apart and kind of show y'all what's on the inside. And if you ever, for the guys that are getting into, pretty much restoring or rebuilding one from another, so on, or you're just collecting, whatever it may be, and you're probably wondering how they work and stuff. Well, I got lots of videos to start uploading and recording. I've been going through and picking up a bunch of different stuff, and not something I typically do. I don't collect to stick on a shelf and all that stuff. I've had Craftsman, golly, over 15 years, I think, and I still have the original sets and stuff I bought when I was a teenager, and I'm almost 30 now. I'm thinking probably when I was, 10 years old or something. I don't know. Maybe a little, probably longer than that, as far as I know. But a lot of it, I'm going through all my sockets and see what's missing and stuff, so you probably see all that. But anyways, so these are Circle H Craftsman ratchets. Both of them are. And what I did is I cleaned up one-ish, and I left the other one kind of dirty. And what you see is how dirty these are. Both of them were actually in that condition. This one had strip screws. So what I did is I took a larger, not really a large drill bit, but one the size of of these screws right here, and I popped the heads off so I could pull the plate out, and then the threads are going to be sticking up through the back plate on the inside. So I tried my best to get the screws out without really having to try to drill into it, but there was just no hope. Someone definitely tried to, and I don't know why they couldn't succeed, because after I popped the head, I pulled it out and I twisted them out with my finger. It didn't make no sense. But anyways, so here on my right, they're both same exact ratchet, USA. Just this one, I think, had a little bit of a misprint issue. I just now noticed it before. You might actually could see it. This one says made in USA. There's not really it's harder to tell in the video. Let's see. You can probably see it there. And I tried wiping away just to be sure. And what I'll do is I'll take a little pick right here, and you can you can feel that little catch right there. Definitely a little bit of a misprint, which I just now noticed. I just got these, let's see, Saturday. So today's Monday, according, when the time I got this video uploaded. Well, a little bit of a misprint. You can probably hear my dog coming in. So I just now noticed that, but that's pretty cool. It's all, not straight, and it says OSA, which is kind of funny. And this one is a lot better print. Let's see if I can get you there. There you go. And then I got another one that I picked up with this. I'll probably do it in another video. But speaking of that, I will just go ahead and show you. So this is actually a plum, but it's no stamps and just unbranded pretty much. And this is right around World War II. When I did a Google Lens on it, it came back to be exactly 1944. Not exactly how it knows that, but that's what it says. And I've took it apart, greased it up, and I've started using this. A little bit of that, 2 little dabs on both sides of the gears right here, or anything that really moves. Just a little bit of this stuff. It goes a long way. This stuff right here is made by WD-40. This is some really good stuff. I use it on a lot of my tools, especially like any of them I get that are like been sitting a long time, and like most people, they want to take and grab a ratchet and start putting it to work or whatever. Well, I usually use this, or I'm gonna back up, put a lot of pressure on them gears, and if they're stuck too, you may break one of the splines, or or gear, whatever you want to call it. Or may break something else that, you know, especially on these older ratchets. I know they're built to be pretty tough, but still. Point is I use these, so, you know, get it all over the place, let it sit for, I don't know, it don't take very long at all, maybe an hour or something, if that. And then I just picked up this one. I was it's supposed to be like a sticky, not really sticky, but, you know, it says no messy residue. I'm not so sure about that, because it's kind of like this, you know, it's kind of watery-ish. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but thought I was going to start giving it a try. We'll see what happens. The reason why I picked up this and these is, you know, for the water resistant, keep out the water and moisture and all that stuff. So, yeah. I did at one time, I think with this one, actually, I broke it down. And originally I used, because I was out of this stuff and all that, I used just some multi-purpose lithium grease out of a grease gun. I took my finger and dabbed down, whatever. Anyways, let's get into this. So, it's really nothing to them. You know, you got, because, oh yeah, these screws right here, I've replaced them because, like I told you, I had to pop the heads off. Well, these are a little bit longer, so what I'm going to do is, after, I'm going to take this Sharpie, like I'll show you now, and obviously I'm going to mark those threads right there, and I'll take them out, cut them down with a, whatever it may be, a grinder or something, cut them down, and, you know, I'll get the right length. These will be temporary until I make a run to town. I could not find my actual screw box for all, you know, for stuff like this. I don't know where it is. But anyways, so I guess I'll go ahead and show you. I know this pretty much shows you right here what it looks like on the inside. But I'll take and have it apart. It's going to take me a second to get these loose. These are Phillip and flathead, but I just used the flathead part of it. Let's see. Get all this taken apart. Alright, so now they're actually Phillips heads, by the way. All three of them are, if you didn't know that. It's magnetic. So I'm gonna take, I mean, if yours is easy to come by, but I was gonna use my little pick and lift it up. Pull this faceplate off. I've already cleaned all this. There you go. Oh no. Let's back it up a little bit, Terry. All right. So this is how, before it wouldn't have done that if I wouldn't have cleaned it. So it's pretty basic. Really, you know, really simple and real mechanical type stuff. I don't know why we don't go back to this kind of style. I mean, this stuff right here just works. They can make it work if they probably wanted to with the newer splines and stuff. But, you know, anyways, so on your, what I do, before you take your faceplate off or anything like your screws, you probably want to hold your fingers underneath because it is going to fall out. But if you do, you know, whatever, it's going to, you know, you bring it out like that and so on. And this right here, so these are going to sit in there like so. This spring is going to be in there like that. So after you clean it and whatnot, I don't add any lubrication until I get it back pretty much with the gear, you know, pretty much all back together. So that's pretty much it. I mean, they're same exact ratchet. The only difference in this one is that little ball right there is missing. This one has it for the, you know, it doesn't just kick over or whatever. A BB from actually, you know, like a BB gun almost fits in there, but it's just slightly larger in diameter. I couldn't get it to go. The hole's a little bit. I guess if I wanted to, I could drill it out, but I ain't gonna fool with it that much. I'll just pull on one of these little ball bearings right here out of something else that I find, or Lowe's or whatever may have one. I don't know, or online. Anyways, just show you pretty much, you know, what you need to do. So first things first, what I did on these, I took that spring, kicked it back like that, And then you can do this if you want to. Put that little back plate back on there. If I can keep that spring in my finger. So I'm gonna take, doesn't matter which side they go on, but just pay attention to the little pieces right there. You're gonna take one, take that one, and you're gonna take another. Use your other finger and kind of push it in there like so. That's pretty much it, you know. Like I don't have three hands and, you know, zoom in all that crap while I'm doing this, but really basic, if you could tell. I mean, I can do it again just to show you. If you didn't catch that the first time, try to be as slow as I can. So you're gonna take your little spring, make sure the little arms, legs, whatever you want to call it, and if the faceplate's on, you just, you know, pull it up like this, hold your spring, put that little deal, hold that spring, put her in there, put this one, make sure those little grooves are in the right spot too. Don't put them like that, because it ain't gonna work. So you're gonna take and go like that. I do it like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one of those, put it like so. It's a little tricky at first. So once you pretty well got it, if you can do that, that's pretty much it. And then I'll take this guy right here, slide her down in there like that. Ain't nothing to it. I don't know if there's, I couldn't find another video before I made this one. You know, someone actually taking it apart, put it back together, so on so on. Then my magnetic screwdriver, man. Tell you what. So you don't want to over torque them; they just want to be a little tight. And it looks like I'm probably putting a lot of pressure, but I'm really not. I'm kind of got a little bit of retard strength too. So your spring is gonna be a little funky at first. You might be able to see it. Let's see. You gotta line it up best you can. It'll go right in there. You just gotta maybe spit on it or something. But I don't think I'm gonna run them all the way down, because they're so dang long. I can do it from the back though. Just a little hand tight. But that's pretty much it, y'all. This one I've already cleaned. It's plumb. I don't know. Well, this one, some say I can call it a Craftsman because it's unmarked. Some guys were saying that because Craftsman uses a certain set of screws or blah, blah, blah. I don't know. This is way before my time period. I haven't dug that deep into it. But, heck, I've used it. I mean, this is like military contract tools, apparently. Whatever, but I've used it so far on, I just did a tire rotation, and I tightened down my lug nuts before I torque them, just a little, you know, hand tight, whatever, and so on and so forth. But cool little piece. But yeah, like these, you know, this one's still got all the pieces. This is the better one. I'm gonna clean up. It looks two different colors because I sucked this one in vinegar to try to break all this crap down on the inside and, you know, make sure she moves freely and stuff. But I'm gonna go get some fine sandpaper or probably more of a wool probably, and I clean those up. Especially these are pretty bad. I just take a extension, pop it on there, then I take and hold it down like this, and let that wire wheel. You can do it. You can spin it like this, or if you you can hold it like this or like that at an angle. When that wire wheel on the bench grinder of mine hits some gears just slightly, you can just let it free ball, and it'll roll in your hand and pretty much evenly clean it. But yeah, that's all for now. Thought I'd show y'all that real quick, and that's another thing I did not do, was put a little bit of lithium grease. I guess I can do that right quick, just so y'all know. Everybody's got their own ways. I'm trying not to make this video too dang long, because I tell you what, I hate watching a darn video that don't, all the videos don't cut to the chase, because they need all the, you know, the longer you sit on the videos, the, you know, the more they get from them, whatever. So, I'm gonna hold my finger on the back, because whatever. Just gonna pop that damn sucker right there loose. Take a little bit of dab, you know what I mean? I'm gonna squirt a little bit in there. It's gonna be a little tricky, especially only holding dang hand. You're gonna take, if I can freaking do it. Oh yeah, there we go. Hold that, let it go. Squirt a little more. There we go. Alright, so that's plenty on the gears. You don't want to put too much because of slippage and all that stuff. But you can pretty well see how the mechanics work behind it. You let it go, and then it's supposed to, once your faceplate's on, it really ain't got no play. But since the ball bearing is going, it ain't going to stay in place on this one. But usually with the ball bearing there, you kick it over, it stays like that. Left, right, whatever. Same thing on this side, kick it over, stays. I think it's a pretty cool design though. So after you do that, I try to, you don't necessarily need it, but I guess if you wanted to, put a little grease on there. You can do it a couple of different ways. I'll probably re-clean this one, but a couple of drops. Yeah, piece of turd. Little drop on there. Just while those little arms, keys, whatever the hell you want to call it, I don't care. Tell your mama. Get them a little wet, you know, spit on it. If you ain't got no oil, just spit on the damn thing. You know, all the mechanical side, anything that pretty much is in place. This ain't gonna come off unless you knock that off or grind it off, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So on and so forth. I appreciate you watching if you stayed for the whole video. If not, then that's fine too. I'm just here for fun. I do this for fun. I don't do this for no. I don't make no money off this anyway, so that's okay. That silicone right there, that wet shit, gonna get on your fingers. So yeah, you know. Let's see, because the ball bearing's gone. It's only got to go over just a little bit. Now, some probably old guys probably gonna get on here. Boy, you're doing it wrong, or blah blah blah. Well, that's okay. Everybody does it differently, so on and so forth. I could care less. But all I know is it worked for me, and it'll work for anybody else. If you think you're perfect. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get off here, and I'm gonna start. I gotta go work on another video on some more Craftsman stuff that I picked up. I just haven't even touched yet. But until next time, I'll see y'all around.